my name is Kristen Blue, and I'm going to teach you how to create your own unit circle to use for reference. So you're going to need a sheet of paper, a pair of scissors, a writing utensil, and then something that can help you create a circle. I used a compass, which was super easy, but you can use any circular object and place that down on the paper and then just trace the outline. So I went ahead and cut out my first circle already, make it super easy for us, which I used my compass for. For the second one, I'm going to use this round edge and I'm going to place it inside there. And I'm going to go ahead and just draw another circle. Right. I'm just going to draw our circle in purple. Right. Alright, so we got circle inside of circle. It's not beautiful, but it'll work. Alright, and then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the planes in here. So we're going to give this circle a y-axis. And we're going to give it an x-axis. Alright, super easy. So we're done with purple. So we've got our 4 quadrants here, right? And I'm just going to go ahead and make a reference to, I'm going to say this is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis, just to be safe, that way we don't lose our spot here. Alright, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to divide each of these into halves again. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a line through these, and I'm going to use green to do this. Alright, so a green line here, and put a green line here. Alright, so we've divided our first 4 quadrants in half. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and draw another set of lines in, and I'll use blue to do these. These are going to be our thirds. So I'm going to split the top half and the bottom half of the circle into sections of 3. I know it can be a little bit difficult to get the measurements quite right. Right? So it might not be perfect, but you really just need the general idea of what you're doing. Alright, so with the blue lines that I've created here and here, I have split the 2 halves of the circle into 3/4, or 3/3. And we got 3/3 down here. Alright, so from there I'm going to go ahead and switch up my color again, and I'm going to use this pinkish color. And we're going to split those thirds into 6ths. So some of the lines here are already going to be used, which is awesome. We don't have to draw a super whole bunch of lines. But I'm color coding them. That way we have an idea of which angle is which whenever we get everything on here. We aren't getting confused. All right. There and one here. So this is going to give you 1/6 of the unit circle. So here we go, we got our pretty little circle, a whole bunch of lines drawn around it, and it looks confusing at first, but I promise we're gonna get through it. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is the measurements of the circle. So, all right, XY axis. So we've got our circle here, and your unit circle is going to have a radius of 1 unit. So from this point to this point is going to be 1 unit no matter where you are around the circle. So it's all 1 unit radius. All right, so from there, we're going to talk about the circumference of the circle. So to get from this point here, we're going to start over here on our positive side of the quadrants, and we're going to work our way around counterclockwise. So we're going to back it up and go around. So we're going to start here and work our way around the circle this way. So starting here, we're going to put our 0 point. And I'm going to go ahead and just do that in purple just because make it easier that way. We know. So 0. Right. 0 we got there. And from there, we've got, so to get from 0 to this point over here is going to be a distance of pi. So the circumference from here to here is pi. So essentially the circumference of the entire circle is 2 pi. So from here to here we've got pi, and then from here to here we have 2 pi. So I'm going to go ahead and write those in here. Got pi and 2 pi. Okay, so off of the first lines that we drew earlier from the quadrants, we're going to take pi and we're going to split it in halves. So we go from pi, and then half of pi is obviously pi over 2. So we're going to write that in here at the top. It's our reference angle. And then down at the bottom, after we get to 2 pi, we're going to have 3 pi over 2. All right. We've got our reference angles here. Perfect. Okay. And here's where it gets a little bit trickier. So from there, I just went ahead and filled in all of the rest of the angles for us for each of the pi over 6, pi over 4, and pi over 3 references, which they are all going to be the same no matter what quadrant they're in, depending on which angle they are. But the only thing that's going to change is going to be the positivity or the negativity of the point. So obviously, like I said earlier, everything that's in the first quadrant is going to be positive, positive, and then we've got negative, positive, negative, negative, and then positive, negative. Right? And then here is our final unit circle here. All right, and then we are done.